Tonight's accident report is brought to you by Stovall and Associates. Don't expect insurance companies to have your best interest in mind. Stovall and Associates cares. Let us help you if you have been involved in an accident.
Yes, we were dispatched to report of a motor vehicle accident with injuries and one person trapped underneath the vehicle. Upon arrival, we found what would appear to be a possible pedestrian motor vehicle accident where the occupant of the vehicle had exited. The vehicle then ran him over and he was trapped underneath, that being the left front tire. Crews came in and had to make multiple points of contact on the vehicle to raise it in proportion to get him out from underneath. And because of the suspension, travel, and such like that, added a couple minutes to the extrication because they had to make sure everything was in sync as they lifted the vehicle off of him today.
It appeared that the person was working underneath the vehicle, but in fact they weren't?
No, every indication at this point, and it's still under investigation, is that the vehicle ran him over rather than him having a mechanical issue with the vehicle.
And it was not an accident that came off the roadway, but they were actually backing up towards the house?
That's what it appears, and that's part of the investigation right now. Mercier was unable to fly today due to the weather, so the patient was transferred to the local hospital.
And will he be transported to UMC after that, or you don't?
I don't know that at this point. They'll go over to the ER. A physician will evaluate his condition, make that determination.
We had a lot of equipment here, including an additional medic.
We brought additional medic in for manpower, and also we wanted a second paramedic on scene.
And what do we use to get the car up from him?
You used a combination of different tools, including airbags, high-pressure airbags, multiple point mechanical systems, and cribbing. So we didn't want the vehicle to travel in one different direction. Once you took a point of contact, the patchwork, if you will, of a tire off the ground, the vehicle can move some. So we had to make sure it was cribbed appropriately, and as we lift the vehicle off of the ground, we had to make sure additional cribbing, because if there's a slippage of any given point, we don't want the vehicle coming back down on the patient.
You had to lift this vehicle quite high to get him around the tire area.
Exactly. That was the main focus, was getting that front tire off of the patient. As you know, when you're lifting a vehicle, the tire is one of the last things that come off the ground because it travels with the length of the suspension. So we had to take great care because of the proximity of his lower extremities in relationship to where we needed to make those points of contact.
And there was an off-duty officer here on scene really quickly.
There was, and I'm not sure how he was here so quickly, but he was, and he gave us a great sense of what was happening and allowed us to effect a better outcome as far as getting our crews together.
We used the jaws of life, or at least some kind of hydraulic.
We did. We used a hydraulic tool as part of that mechanical, and it assisted in the raising of the vehicle while we used the other tool implements around that tire.